have around 4x4 diesel, Anthony here, but you know, it's not really a diesel issue here. It's more of a batteries. We're talking batteries. I'm changing a battery out. See a bit of corrosion under those as well. It's not going to help. But some people are not going to like this electrical, but it's just really simple, you know. It keeps it reliable. I'm going to replace this though. It's starting to look a bit old. I've got a replacement one there that I've made up. A lot of this was original how the car was when we got it 10 years ago, the ARB tray. That's why I chose that. So just give you all the information, and people are going to ask what all these wires are, what the accessories are. So I'll just let you know, keep it simple. There's different ways to do setups. I don't mind having, if you've only got a few, direct onto the battery under there and run the fuses like this down the road. That was already there. That's why that looks a bit dodgy, but it's how it is. It is a decent connection. There's no issue there. This is really good because it's short, goes direct to the SPI, and the positive goes direct to the battery. And the earth's really good because the earth goes direct off this battery. It's sitting over down there at the moment. Make sure that doesn't touch the positive, because remember, it's connected to the negative, so that one can't touch any positive wires. You can disconnect more stuff if you like, but I'm just disconnecting this battery. Earth comes off first. I've just loosened these. I'm going to take this off next to get out of the way because it's over the top, as you can see, and we don't want that to touch anything either, even though it's not hot at the moment because the SPI is not engaged. We're going to make sure it doesn't touch, put rags around it, whatever, so it doesn't touch anything short out. It's just a quick battery swap. So what do we got here? We've got battery monitor, which is actually really good. This is the iDrive one. I've also got the one from AZ Scanners on the 150. There's a lot of these things very similar, same thing, different label, but generally I'll stick with one of the better brands. Like get one from AZ Scanners. They're about $60 or something like that. This iDrive one does the job. So basically it collects all the data, and then you connect your phone with the app, and it actually shows you. You've got a whole history there, right? Which is really good, which is we showed in a recent video. So we've got the Anderson plug is one of the wires, and there's two more wires. So I'm going to take a guess that one is, this would be the power going to the back. There isn't an earth for that because it's earth direct to the vehicle. Some people don't like that, but you know, when that is connected direct to this one, and this one's earthed and the whole car's earthed, it's something you just don't need to worry about. Let's not waste any more time on that. Watch the playlist, battery, fridge, solar, and you can believe it or not. So if we get that off, we've got two more. So one's going to be, I'm not sure what they are yet, to be honest. So let me get them off and have a look. But we've got USBs in the front of the car here. So at least one of those is going to be for that. We've got a compressor. No, it's not going to be that. I don't even know what it is. Let me get it off and we'll see. So I've just cut the zip ties. This one's okay. I'm just going to replace it though. So that's your Anderson plug. Come on. Anderson plug's out of the way. Next. Okay, what's this? A few sparks. That could be most likely. Oh, UHF. UHF is one of them. Okay, so one of them, I don't know which one's which at the moment. For whatever reason, those connectors there, I don't know what happened there, but it's all good. Okay. One of these is going to be UHF, and one of them is going to be the power to the front of the vehicle, USBs and stuff like that. So basically, yeah, both at the front of the vehicle, and that's it. That's all that was connected. Completely separately is the power that runs to the back of the vehicle, which will be doing nothing at the moment because it's the earth, yeah, it was already gone because bada bing, bada boom. That's how it works when you disconnect the negative. All right, now I've got the battery disconnect, get the bracket off, get the battery out, and we'll see if this other one fits. Okay, so there's not really much going on here, which is good. Like a lot of people go, oh, what's this mess? It's quite simple. This double insulated wire here is the one that goes inside to the USBs. No fuse. Is that crazy or what? There'll be a fuse in behind the USBs, but there's no fuse here. And it's simply because it's neatly routed, it's zip tied, it's not going to rub anywhere, it's not going to short out, and I don't care. Anyway, the one going to the back, like I said, that's that one there. It's got a fuse directly right there. That's how it was when we got it, so I just continue to use that. This one here, UHF, I don't know why it's got the joiners, but you know what? I don't care. It'll have a fuse down there as well. It's well insulated at this point here where it might have rubbed. Not so much down there as it goes through, but it's not rubbing on anything. And then it's inside the car, not rubbing, and it's all good, right? So, bada bing. Could do a bit better there, but for whatever reason, I don't know why that happened, but there's obviously a reason. It was a quick slap it in and we'll fix it later, and later didn't happen. And I don't know how long the wires is. Might be the wire's a bit short or something as well. But anyway, clamps off, battery out. Okay, now we've got it out to sort of show you quickly. So we've got a bit of rubber mat in here. It goes under the battery, couple of layers actually, a bit of carpet down there first. All right, I think that's just a bit of marine carpet. So, I don't know, triple layer, mate. Does this look after the batteries or what? So that one, then that one, then that one. So we've got a triple layer system going on there. We'll clean this out. There was an Anderson plug on the back of this car when I got it. I've disconnected. Here's the positive. There was only one wire. It's earth on the vehicle once again. I'm going to reconnect that this time, I think, because I've been missing that Anderson plug at the back, just making it really quick and easy to plug in solar panels instead of pop the bonnet. And then I might not fit the one at the battery at this end. I might just fit that one. I'll check it out. It's underneath the back of the car still. It's still there. Just show you some auto electrical wiring. You can work out whether it's good or bad. So this is the SPI that's been here for 2008. They got it set up. 2024, 16 years of reliability sitting there on the tray. That's good. This is a bit of a bad design where they fold it. It's hard to get to the nut. You need a short spanner, a short whatever nut, 12, 13, depending what size they use there. And of course, it's one of those things you drop. It's a bit like accessing these ones for the fuel filter. Quite hard, and it's folded shut there. All right, but that's another story. It's in the videos. There is ways to do it. You get good at things, but just showing you not so good. This tray is not massive. I'm hoping the dual force is going to fit in there. We're about to find out, and we'll let you know any minute. Otherwise, we'll be pulling the pin, because if you can't fit it, you can't fit it. So this Anderson plug, that just runs straight down. That's that wire there underneath the SPI down. You know, it'll go down along the brake lines and all. It's not too bad. I've seen it's got split tubing on it. These wires is just it's the power for the UHF. It's the coax cable times 2, because we've got 2 antennas out here. So that's what's going through there. There's no silicon there, so that's not the best. That should get silicon up to seal it properly, so we'll take care of that. And this power wire that they've run, this positive, that goes down through that grommet down there, and they've put it through. Hard for me to show you, but you can see it just there, right? It's okay. It's not the best either, but it's okay. And these battery trays I'm not a fan of, because they move the main wiring loom and it's kind of getting squashed down underneath. See, there it is there. So I'm not recommending use these. It was there when I got it. I'll risk it for the biscuit. Put the battery over that side there. Put the compressor up here. Not a fan of these. Puts the fuel filter in the way. Hard to access getting your oil filter and stuff. So the SPI, the cable's a bit in the way. I mean, normally it's not there, but you know, it's things that it's not the best positioning in my opinion, but each their own. It's just my opinion. I'm sharing my thoughts, whatever. So you're entitled to yours. So I'm not telling you what to do and what not to. But yeah, I don't like the way the wiring loom. It does get removed from its bracket that was up here, and then just ram it down under there and squash it under the battery tray. So, you know, I have had a look at that years ago. I'm not a fan of it, but there's not much you can do about it other than remove it, pull it all back out. I don't know if the bracket's there or not. Is that this behind this bracket bent down probably, or gone, or whatever? So I went, you know what? A lot of cars have got it. Haven't heard of any issues yet. Have you heard of any issues? Risk it for the biscuit, but don't drop this either, because then that'll be hard to get out from down under there somewhere. Pain in the butt. All right, let's see if this battery fits. So yes, it does fit in. I've tidied up those wires and silicon the grommet, that sort of thing. There's plenty of room. It's probably got less, look, by measurement it's got 10 mil each end, but that'd be a super tight fit. So it's got a few mil, 5, 6, 7, 8 mil each end. It does, you know, bang, plenty of room. No issue as far as that goes. The issue is the height, because ARB never thought that you might put one of these batteries in there, I guess, you know. Because where this sits on, obviously, you've got a short bolt going there, so we're going to have to replace that bolt. No big deal, we can get a longer one. At this side here, this is about 10 millimeters too short. It literally sits flush with the top of that bracket, which obviously doesn't work. So we've got to get a replacement. We need to replace this. So we go to our spares drawer to see what we've got. And we've got a few things there. Firstly, I don't think that thread's the same, so that's a pain in the butt. It's going to be some imperial thread. You can see the other problem, the thread doesn't go to the right length. So we've got two options: continue tapping the thread down and cut it to length, or just work out what length we need and cut this here and bend it, which is probably the easier option. We'll have a look into that. I don't know if this is a standard ARB thing or not, but we kind of got lucky. This bolt here is metric. We've just replaced it with a longer one. It's all just loose at the moment, but just a bolt with a washer, be a little bit longer, that'll be good. Never really goes smoothly, does it? Anyway, you can see, so I started with one of these from a battery kit, leftovers actually. I got a sealed kit there with a top on it, but that was just a few leftovers, always keep them. Cut, marked it up for the length that I wanted, as you can see, and cut that piece off just with a grinder. Put in the vise nice and tight, and just with a big hammer. And I left it as flat as I could. Maybe I wasted a bit of material here, and maybe I'm meant to be a little bit longer, but hopefully it'll be long enough. Just get it flat as possible. It can't come out because it's through a drilled hole, so it doesn't need that up angle a bit like what they normally have. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. It can't come out the hole until you put it on a big angle. So nice and flat, that way it pulls up nicely. Let's get it in, see if it fits. Okay, so the battery's secure. I just want to let you know of a few problems here. I'm not an auto electrician. I don't do battery installs. I'm just letting you know all the problems you'll come across, a few tips here and there. Over this side, stainless, I think it's a stainless steel pot, might not be actually, but there's a nylock under there. You want stainless steel if you can. There's a nylock under there. You want a stainless steel washer, I think it is. And that's just nipped nicely. You don't want to over squash the battery, but you want it secured. This is secured. It ain't going to move anywhere. Over this side, the upright's obviously not stainless steel. The washer's not either, but it's insulated by the powder coating on the bracket. And there's a stainless steel nut. I would have preferred a nylock, but I didn't have one, just like I prefer for things to just work, you know, smoothly like we all do. But so what I'll do next time when I'm out, I'll work out this non-metric thread, and I'll grab a bunch of nylocks in this size and I'll replace that. So there's a nylock underneath there, so it's not going to come undone. It's not going to change. For now, I'm going to put some Loctite Blue 243 on there just to make sure that doesn't go. I'll actually take it, I'll put a spring washer under there as well, and some 243, because you know what, you get busy like everything else here, and it'll probably be the same in another 5 years, but let's see. All right, so just a quick battery change, hour or two later. That's pretty much what it is, people. To make sure it's all done right, there's going to be no wires rubbing, shorting, know your electrical. Some people aren't going to like this, they're going to say it's untidy. That's fine. Tidy makes look good. We make it look good for you. You can make it look good if you want, but it really doesn't matter how good it looks. What matters is that you understand how it works, what's connected, what's tight, what's not, what's going to come loose, and what wires are going to rub through, where the fuses are, which ones need fuses, all that sort of thing. All the experts, everything needs a fuse and all that. But everybody can talk, but catch it out on the tracks and we'll see who's working on the vehicle and who's not, because I won't be. All right, so what do we got here? We've got a direct connection down to the other battery. You really can't beat that. We've got a nice short wire, all right, from here, this battery, to the SBI, direct, insulated, zip tie on, bit of blue Loctite, keep the moisture out and keep it all tight, because I haven't got nylocks at the moment, but these have never come loose before either. Be careful, don't over tighten these. They have now put brass in the lead, which is pretty cool. So we've got the battery monitor, just double-sided tape, so it's not banging around. It's been out in the weather and the rain, gets engine washed and all that. No dramas, so far so good. We've got the UHF connected, we've got the USB, so this is the one for the USBs, just goes straight around, zip tied across the back there. Fuses at the other end, nothing here, double insulated, zip tied, so no wires can rub or touch. We've got a dodgy connection, spade terminals there, joining the I terminals for the UHF, whatever, it doesn't matter. We've got the wire, power going to the back. There's the fuse, easily accessible. To connect the SBI, you don't get in the car and press the button, and then you've got to keep it pressed. You might want to just have it permanently connected. That's why you just do it the easy way. Here's your red wire connected to your blue wire with an alligator clip, nice and easy. That's how it was when I got it. I like it. And you just touch that on there, and if the voltage is high enough at this one, it stays connected. If it doesn't, it is connected. If you want it to stay in there, say you want to charge this one with your solar, then you just leave that on there and it'll just charge both your batteries and top them both up, so you can have your accessories, your radio on, whatever, things to think about. Some zip ties so wires can't get pulled on. This one here, that's the one for the Anderson plug to the back, which at a later date I'll go and reconnect that earth, and then we've got the Anderson plug at the back. We've got rid of the one at the front, a couple of reasons. Probably don't really need it, and we're getting stacked a bit high here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's around about your limit on a setup like that. So bada bing, the vehicle and have a look at what we've got here, and that says 12.8, which is a lot more like what it should be. This, even after pumping the battery, charging it yesterday, I did give it a big charge. Next morning, like always, 12.5. This battery was charged yesterday also, not today, and it's on 12.8, more like what it should be, which is why it's been upgraded. Hope you understand that. If you missed the other video, we showed you the data from the battery monitor on the phone. showing you how low the voltage was. We'll probably have one more video on this battery. Of course, there'll be mentions and stuff all the time, but there'll be another video showing the difference between this. We'll get the fridge happening. I'll get this fully charged up. I'll leave the fridge on for a couple of days, and we'll come back. We'll monitor over a couple of days and see what the voltage goes down to. I'll suggest with a standard 40-litre fridge, a decent angle, something like that, and a battery like this has got way more than enough power to run a fridge. If you're running freezer, you're asking a lot more. So obviously you might need some solar panels, that sort of thing. But with a setup like this, if you're driving every day, certainly overnight, it's not even going to punish the battery like our 90 AH dual force we got in the other vehicle and the one before that. So 2 batteries so far. Worked really well, which is why we've upgraded to this. I'll let you know how it goes. So far, from what we've seen on everything, so good. Little bit of work involved to, yeah, like I said, longer bolts and stuff like that. But hopefully, by the looks of it, I'll be able to close the bonnet, that sort of thing. It looks right, doesn't it? About to find out any problems, I'll let you know. Bada bing, bada boom. Catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching. See ya.